Hey YouTube, Captain Mark here from Kings Landing Sport Fishing. It's April 10th, 2022, and I've not done a video in a while. And some of you are probably wondering where I've been, what's going on. So let me explain. I've started up a new venture called Project Salmon. So I think many of you know that I've been making custom salmon tackle, like what I have behind me, for probably 5-6 years at least. And I've been supplying a lot of tournament teams, a lot of charter captains around the North Shore of Lake Ontario. Well, you know what, this year I was doing the same as I always do, you know, custom made flashers and bait heads by request. And I kept getting a lot of requests for, do you have a website? Do you have a website? And I didn't have a website. Finally, enough was enough, and I launched the Project Salmon brand with a new website. So I want to actually talk about what that is today and call it Introduce Project Salmon to all of my viewers. So first of all, the website is ProjectSalmon.ca. You know, I am obviously in Canada, and therefore the website is a .ca. So ProjectSalmon.ca. That being said, everything on the website is billed in Canadian dollars, but we ship all over Canada and the U.S. I've already had orders go to Oregon, to Washington State, British Columbia, you know, obviously Ontario and Quebec, New York State, Michigan, Wisconsin. So we're shipping, you know, all of the important salmon states, and I hope I haven't missed one. If I have, I apologize. But we're shipping to them all already with our custom salmon tackle. So I'm going to actually walk you through the website a little bit now, and then at the end I'll probably show some of my favorites. But that being said, I'll be very, very honest. I don't make flashers for the sake of making flashers. I don't plan to be one of the big name brands that has 2, 3, 4, 500 different flasher patterns. That's not what I'm about here. I'm about making designs that I use on my boat, that I know catch fish, and that's what I'm going to offer to people. I am not about trying to make, you know, 300-400 different part numbers and different patterns just because I can get the tapes. And that's not what I'm about. I'm about making, like I said, maybe I'll get like to a point of maybe 100 flashers. I think I got about 100 bait heads right now. There's probably another 50 that I want to make and get up eventually. That's what I'm all about. In addition to that, though, as I flip over and load the website in a second, I want to also bring to you a lot of other products that I really believe in. And that's what you're going to see on ProjectSalmon.ca. It's going to have my custom flashers. It's going to have my custom bait heads. But I also plan to have some other products that, you know, so it's a one-stop shop. You can buy it from ProjectSalmon.ca. We'll box everything up, get it shipped out to you. So with that, let's actually flip over to a web browser, and I'll walk you through the site. So here you go. Here's ProjectSalmon.ca. Here's our site. You know, it's a pretty simple site, but we've got a few different categories, and I'll walk you through that right now. So as you can see, here's our categories. So we've got our the custom salmon flashers on there. We've got the bait heads we make. I'm also, as many of you know from my videos, I'm a big fan of anchovies, and therefore you can see I've actually got the anchovy teaser heads on there as well. Love the slide diver product. I know they're really hard to find right now. I actually have some in stock. I will be honest, my stock is starting to get low, and you know, as you can find, they're not very available in most places. But I do have some slide divers. I've got my rear planer I've got on there, but I've also gone a step further, and I've brought up the gator boards. So I've got the regular standard size and the XL gator boards. I'll go in a little bit more about those in a moment. Bunch of different clips and downrigger releases. I've got the torpedo fishing products. I don't have the full line. I've got the products that I believe are important for a salmon trawler and that I use on the Kings Landing Sport Fishing Tiara. I then also have a section which is terminal tackle. So again, I've got the torpedo swivels, torpedo treble hooks. I've also got my own Project Salmon 4-aught octopus hook. I've got 6-ball chain swivels, and then I've got a heavy-duty swivel as well. That's great when you're running, you know, weighted steel, copper, and lead core, and you want something small that can go through the eyes of most reels. And then the last two categories, I've got fishing line. Right now, I just got braid. It's the braid backer that I use on my boat. It's a multicolor braid backer. I use 50 pound. That's what I've got on there, as well as I've got the Project Salmon spring tip that is used on, if you got a standard diver rod, you're going to run a 7-strand wire. You've got to change the tip, and this is a spring tip that I've made that works really well. So with that, let's dive right in, and let's go into salmon flashers. So as I mentioned here, The flashers are all priced in Canadian dollars. As of this moment, April 10th, I'd say it's about $1.27 to $1.30 for $1 US to Canadian. So if you're somebody, and let me just grab my phone here. I'll do the math right now. But if you're in the United States and you're looking at call it one of the my more expensive flashers, the Marks Glow Green Mega, that's $25 Canadian. You divide that essentially by, call it 1.27, 1.28. I'll use 1.28, and that tells you that flasher is going to be about $19.53 US when they do the conversion for you. So this gives you a kind of example. I would use about 128 is a good average number. If you want to err on the side of caution, use 125. And that flasher will probably be about $20 US. But that gives you a sense of what it is. So as you'll see, I've got all different kinds of flashers here. I think I've got 58 different flashers on the page here. And some of my favorites. I'll click on this one first. The Marks Green Mega. Here we go. This is definitely one of my favorites. Glow Blade. Clear Crush, Green Ladder, UV transparent slick, and then it's one of my own tapes that I've kind of put together. It's a silver crush that works really, really great. That's definitely one I'm a big fan of. I make it in as you can see here as I go back, I make it in both a blue ladder and a green ladder. That's definitely one that I highly recommend. I will tell you that I've actually ran out of the tape I use on the back, so what I have in stock is what I have in stock on that one. Another one that I'm pretty well known for is actually the carbon 14, both the standard carbon 14 and the raspberry carbon 14. So as you can see here, if I click on the raspberry, that's these guys right here. So here's one on a Pro Troll Brank. But big fan of these. I've got it also here in a standard without the raspberry ladder. I've got this currently in stock in both the Pro Troll and in the Hot Fish 10 that I've got up behind me. I'll grab one right here in a Hot Fish 10. This is a great pattern, great paddle. When do I use it though? I would say I use the carbon 14, whether it be the 8-inch or the Hot Fish 10. This is an early morning paddle for me. So I glow it up, nice big glow eye on the front, glow crush on the back, glow it up, send it down. I got a matching bait head for it also here, as you can see, black, crush glow on the back. I'll send that down. It's an early morning or a late in the evening. So as it's starting to become dusk and you start to see the sun starting to come down, that's when the carbon 14 goes out for me. That's when I like the darker colors. That being said, I know in Lake Ontario in call it August, I find the black and purple starts to work better, especially when you get some of those days where a little bit overcast, not so great weather. I bring the carbon 14 or the raspberry carbon 14 back out at those periods of time when it's overcast. Maybe even sometimes a little bit windy. I find the black and the glow works really, really well. So those would be another one of my call it favorites. Again, I love them all, but these are some of my favorites. If I go back here, I know a couple more that I'm a big fan of. I've created a series that I call Split Personality, and I'm going to explain this series. So here I've got a Hot Fish 10 in my hand. I've got I got two here. These are 8-inch paddles, double fin on the back. These are my Split Personality series. Why do I love these? Because they're UV and they're glow and they got dots. And bottom line is these patterns right here. I got the matching bait heads, as you can see also. See if we can get a better view here of those. There we go. Matching bait heads. They've got glow. They've got UV. They've got the dots. I can put these out first thing in the morning and I can take fish all day on these paddles. So if you buy it from me in a Hot Fish 10, it's on a glow blank. If you buy it from me on these 8-inch, these are a white blank, but again, you got the crush glow tape. Another one of my really, definitely one of my favorite patterns. Last year I actually on my charter boat I did a gift certificate where I actually had the front was a gift certificate of the flasher and the back it was in this pattern right here, the split personality. And again, I would actually put that in the water and we'd fish with a gift certificate and we'd pull tons of fish. So another great great pattern. If I take the split personality and I take it one step further, I've introduced, and let me just go back here so I can show you in the website. I've also introduced, where is it here? I've introduced the chartreuse kind of version. So it's a holographic chartreuse with black dots and then glow with green dots. Same on both sides. So I've introduced a chartreuse version. I've also introduced a green version. So similarly, same idea, same green tape, black dots, green dots on the crushed glow. Same on both sides. And right now, I've also got an 8-inch version as well in the chartreuse. I will have a green version later. Unfortunately, I've ran out of the holographic tape on the green version. It's in the mail. I should have it probably in the next week or so, and then I can make some green ones as well. But that is probably another one of my favorites. And as you can see, matching split personality bait head. A great one again because it's got glow. I can put it out when it's darker. As the sun comes up, the holographic does its magic. So, a bit of a set it and forget it does really, really well. Few more that, and again, I love them all. It's hard to pick, but a few more that I would probably honestly say I couldn't do without. One of them, I want to find it right here. Give me a second while I scroll and find, there it is. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. This one is a ton of work to make. I start out with a light green hotfish blank. It's got glow pigment in the actual blank. I then paint the top black, clear coat it. Then I put the crush on. Then I do white dots to then put the green fluorescent over top of the white so it shows up. Then the black eyes. So it's kind of like a black eye pea, but on a green and black blank. It glows right through this. Lots of UV. This thing's money, but man, it is a lot of work. I think I've probably got 6 or 7 processes to put this thing together. But it works really, really well. I would highly recommend this one to folks. Another one, and I talked about this actually at my end of season video from end of last season. Let me just find it here as well. Another one of my definitely a staple Lake Ontario pattern. Let me find it here. Just to show you guys. But again, they all good. You're gonna find a bunch on here that you're going to like. I just restocked this one also if I can find it. I'm blind right now. Okay, now I'm losing my mind here. You know what? Let's do the value of search. Let's do it. So that's the nice thing with my site. You can go do a search. Here we go. This one right here, Black IP, Glow Blade. You've got UV Crush, green and black dots, same on both sides. This thing is money. Highly, highly recommend this one. Another really, really great, paddle. Again, it's a bit of work to make, but it goes really, really well. And then lastly, this next one I'm going to show you. I'm going to be honest. If there was one paddle, if you said, Mark, you can only fish with one paddle, I've actually got 2 versions of it. I would probably pick either version, frankly, to use. It would be the paddle for me, and I'm just trying to figure out if I've got it here. Where I've got it on here to show you guys. It would be the UV Sick and the Glow Slick. Glow 6. So as you can see here, this is a great pattern. So this version here, it's a UV Glow clear blade. You've got UV Slick on the front. You got a black stripe. You got green fluorescent dots. On the back, we got Crush Glow. We got a UVI. Money. This thing is amazing. Probably if you said to me I could only have one version, I'd probably pick this one over the Glow version. If you were to say I could have 2 flashers, these are the 2 I'd have right here. The UVG and the White Glow. These would be the two. When I love the white glow one, works great for me. This is on my 100 rigger or my my deep mag diver, my mag diver that I'm letting out 200, 250. This is money, this glow version. And I'm not saying the non-white glow is not great, because this thing glows like crazy too. You got crushed glow in the back, the blade glows. It is money. I can tell you, I used to make this pattern on a bunch of different flashers before I started using these Hot Fish 10s. It was my #1 requested pattern I have. UV Sick. Great pattern. Highly recommend it. Those are some of the flashers, but you know what? As you can see here, I got a ton more different flashers. As of right today, April 10th, I've done a lot of restocking. So as you can see, a lot of them are currently in stock. There are a few that unfortunately they are out of stock or low stock right now, but most of them I've got in stock. Recently just made up actually a batch of the UV glow lightning frogs. I'm going to be finishing those after this video, but they'll be ready to go. Hot tamale. I've got my version of the hot tamale in both an 8-inch and the Hot Fish 10. I've got your standard dot flashers that I've actually put on sale right now. But lots of great patterns. Highly recommend them. One I didn't bring out actually that I probably should have. The Hulks are great. I got a clear UVG. I've also got a glow blade with UV crush on one side and glow crush on the other side, and then also golden retriever. You can't go wrong with silver and glow. But yeah, lots of great patterns. Highly recommend you check it out. That's flashers. If I go back here, I want to flip over to bait heads. As you can see here, when I click on the bait heads, I got about 86 different bait heads right now. I have something for everybody. Lots with paint here, and what you'll see is you'll start to see matching. So I've got Hulk patterns to match the Hulks. I've got a lightning frog to match the lightning frogs. I've got the split personalities. I've got some standard plain ones. Just a glow with a transparent UV. I've got I've got here I've got a few John Kings with clear UV slick. I've got a Hot Fish Hulk with chrome. I've got the split personalities. I've got all the different colors that you'd be looking for. This new one right here, the groovy animal. This is a cool one. It's an animal print, but it's almost like a holographic slit, UV slick kind of animal print. And if I blow it up, you can see it's a new one that I've got on all different bait heads. So lots of really cool different designs. I've got lots of different ones on black also. There's a lot of folks that don't use a lot of black bait heads. I'll tell you, on the North Shore Lake Ontario, the black bait heads work great. We use them quite a lot. Just telling you guys, I'm going to probably upset some of my friends that'll be like, Mark, why are you sharing? But they can work incredibly well. Really, like I said, something for everybody. You want some UV, you want glow. I got you covered, right? So you want a matching golden retriever, it's there as well. If I go back one more time, I'll go into those anchovy heads. I'm a fan of the Reese Davis or the Lighthouse Lures. I've got lots of different anchovy heads. Unfortunately, a few of them are out of stock, but again, quite a few of them are in stock. If you need anchovy heads, I'm your guy. I've probably got the most selection on the North Shore here. And now we'll flip into some of the different products. So, as I mentioned, slide divers. I've got slide divers. I don't have tons left. Some of them are out of stock, as you can see. But what I've got is I do have some of the original clear. But what for me, I'd say a lot of mine, I've actually kind of customized them. So I've got a glow, but it's a glow with UV crush, or I've got a glow. I got a glow with the regular clear crush. So try to really mix it up. I've done some combos here with mags. So you've basically got this one right here is a glow crush combo. So what you've got here is and I'll try and zoom in here. You got a mag. It's a glow slide diver. It's got the crush over top. I've got the mag ring. I've put the mag weight on and kind of put it as a combination, so you can buy it all in one stop shop. And then I've also got some of the minis. So for those of you doing spring fishing right now, the minis are pretty money here. I've got them in white, glow, black, and I think I got a couple of green left. Those are great right now if you're spring fishing for browns or for kings. They don't dive much deeper than I think it's 25 or 30 feet, but they work incredibly well. If we go back now, then I'll dive into, I mentioned the planer boards. What you'll see here is I've got, actually, they're showing the rear stern planer is out of stock, which isn't great. I should get some more made, so I'll get some more made shortly. But the rear planers are great. Big fan of those. Use them like crazy. I'll have to get some made this week. And then I've got, like I said, these the new gator boards. So I got the standard gator board that has the flag kit and the light. This one's great for if you're walleye fishing, or I think I've said if you're using below 5 or 6 color, this one works great. And then I've got the big one here. I've got the big XL. This thing is awesome. I've pulled a 350 weighted steel with this with no problem. I bet you it can probably do a 400 or a 450. I just haven't tried it yet. But I've got these boards again. I've got them on in Canadian dollars. I've got them actually on sale right now. If you think about that Gator Board XL at $55 Canadian, if you go to a comparable competitor, I want to say that is almost $100 Canadian board. And it's $55 here in the Gator board, and it works just as well. Like, it's a large size, heavy duty weight. I do have downrigger releases, and I will have more clips and stuff to come. If I then move along, like I said, I've got the torpedo products. I'm not going to go through them all in depth, but as you can see, I've got the weighted steel in 2, 3, and 400. I got the 7 strand and the 19 strand, and then I've got their premium and their standard snap swivels, and then their hooks. And they, I think you guys all know I'm Torpedo Pro staff. I love the products. I use the products. In that case, I got to offer them on my website also. Under terminal tackle, I often was getting asked, where do I find different things to tie up my rigs? So what you'll see here is I've got a couple things that I think are cool. I've got a nice pack of 1,000 beads of the 5mm beads that I like to use when I'm doing meat rigs and flies. I think many of you know I like to use a lot of octopus hooks. I use 4 octopus. These are the hooks I use. I got a 25 pack on there for $12.50. If you're running anchovies or some meat rigs with a lot of gear and you're getting line twist, the 6 balls are great. And then I've also got these heavy duty ball bearing swivels. They're a 4-pack, 180 pound. They're nice and small. I want to say these are, I think they're 4mm long. They're tiny, and they can slide through the eyes of a lot of rods, and also the line guide on a lot of reels. You might find you might get the odd reel. You got to kind of widen the line guide, but these are great because they'll slide right through. But they're a heavy duty ball bearing, and that's what I've got in the terminal tackle. I'll keep adding things, but this is what I've sourced now. And then, as I mentioned, the last 2 categories, I won't go into much on the fishing line. I've just got the braid backer, and then this I've actually got my own Project Salmon spring tip, and this is a spring tip to put on your Dipsy Diver rods. I know there's competitors of this product. They work fine. I personally didn't want to have a neon yellow tip on my black and green or my black diver rod. That was how I got started with this. I had the spring custom made for me by a local company here. I think I purchased 1,000 of them and started producing this. So that's something that you might want to give a go sometime. But this is my website. This is Project Salmon. Lots of different products. As it says, it's set up in Canadian dollars right now. But if you are in the States, I'd say divide as of right now by about 1.28, and that'll give you a sense of what that's going to cost in US dollars, because your dollar is worth much more than the Canadian dollar. If you're looking at this video and it's obviously way past 2022 April, if you want to see the conversion, go to a website called xe.com. That's a good place to get conversions of how much your US dollar's worth in Canadian dollars. And again, like I said, I'm shipping all over Canada and the US already. So that's Project Salmon in a nutshell. And that is frankly why I've been a bit missing in action right now on the videos, because I've had a fantastic response to the brand and to the products, and I've been trying to keep myself busy making the products. So hopefully you find hopefully you like what I'm doing here. Hopefully you've if you haven't gone to the website yet, please check it out, ProjectSalmon.ca. I know many of you have gone to the website and made orders, and if you have done that, huge thank you. Really do appreciate the support you're giving me, and I appreciate it. I would say the one thing I should say about Project Salmon, I think many of you know, I run a charter boat in the summer. So for me, I'm stocking up as much as I possibly can make right now, because once that charter boat gets going, I expect to unfortunately have products that will be out of stock all summer. Because if I don't have, unless I have blow days, I won't be able to make product because I'll be on the water steady, running the charter boat. So that's where I really take advantage of the product when it's in stock, because if it's not in stock, it could be weeks, if not months, before I have that product in stock. Most of the time I'm producing the products for Project Salmon or my custom tackle business between September and call it April. Once the end of April, early May comes, I start working on the boat. I've already said to folks, next week I'm going to start working on the boat, and there'll probably be a little bit less tackle produced. Anyways, hope you like it. Check it out. Give me your comments in the description. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.